What's going on, sports fans? Once again, it's K-Stu the GOAT for Vernon Speak Sports. We're talking about Auburn football and the rest of the SEC. And the rest of the SEC could not be more pertinent tonight than for me to talk about Georgia great Roland Champ Bailey, cornerback from Georgia back in the mid to late 90s, was arguably one of the better cornerbacks in NFL history. In my honest opinion, you cannot talk about the cornerback position without mentioning Champ Bailey, because Champ Bailey is synonymous. When you talk about Champ Bailey, what automatically comes into your mind as far as that synonymous in nomenclature is cornerback. Champ Bailey is actually from the state of Georgia. He's from Folkestone, Georgia, which is in Charlton County, which is a southern. I'm talking about, you can't get any more South Georgia than Folkestone, Georgia. But this young man turned out to be one of the best cornerbacks in NFL history, which is why he is up for the Hall of Fame coming up in 2019 in Canton, Ohio. Now, he received an athletic scholarship to attend Georgia, where he played for Georgia from 1996 to 1998. And he was just regarded as one of the best. But he probably pioneered the term athlete. You know how you see the term athlete in a lot of these recruits' profile? Because he could do everything. He could run the football, he could catch the football, and most importantly, he was probably one of the best cover guys in history. He won the Bronco Nagurski Trophy as the nation's top defensive player while he was at the University of Georgia, and he went on to be the 7th overall pick in the NFL draft back in 1999. He had tenures with the Denver Broncos, with the New Orleans Saints, and then he retired after he had about 14 years in the NFL. Then he went on to retire. But one thing I can say, when you look at Champ Bailey on film, he had such an intelligence for the game. A lot of his interceptions was crazy, because John Madden even mentioned this in his commentary. A lot of his interceptions, he looked like the receiver. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was the one running the route. It's almost like when you looked at his eyes, he had his eyes on the quarterback and on the football. He had such an incredible intelligence for the game and such an instinct for the game that solidified his greatness as a cornerback, not only while he was at the University of Georgia, but while he was playing in the NFL. Whoever was the featured receiver, you best believe Champ Bailey was covering that featured receiver. Like I said before, you can't mention great cornerbacks in the nation, whether it's high school, college, or NFL level, without bringing Rolando Champ Bailey into the conversation. This dude revolutionized the running back position. And he also helped to pioneer that athlete, that person that when you're recruiting him can play any area on the football field. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and say, no, I'm not even close to being a Georgia fan. As a matter of fact, my disdain for Georgia came from early in my own college days when I was a student at Auburn University. And back in those days, Alabama was kind of like an afterthought, but Georgia was a team that was constantly our nemesis. So that's why I gained, some of my disdain for Georgia. But at the same time, I'm not a hater, though. I think Champ Bailey is one of the best cornerbacks in the history of the football game. And this is well deserving, and the timing could not have been perfect for him. Once again, it's K-Stu the GOAT for Vernon Speak Sports, talking about SEC football and Auburn football. And tonight is Go Dogs. Can you hunker down one more time? You guys have a NFL Hall of Fame inductee in the great Rolando Champ Bailey Jr. Take care and War Eagle.